Afternoon, lads. Okay, let's try this again. First time was not very successful, so gonna give it another go. As Anderson very kindly pointed out, whenever I did the lists first time, your teams weren't actually getting shuffled. It was just the groups that you were in that was getting shuffled, so nothing was actually changing each time. So apologies. We could have went with them teams, but just to save any hassle or any doubt that it's rigged, we'll shuffle them again. I've tried this website already before starting this recording. It works fine, so I just hit start once. All the lists on the right hand side. We put in the random teams here. Same again, 3 to a team, 4 teams. The way we're going to do it is the first 2 people in each group will be the first tune. So whenever team 1 is decided, let's say it's Daco and W, StuartBee and Knuckles, RobertoMonti and SeanBryce, then the first tune will be Daco and W versus StuartBee and Knuckles. The second tune in that group then would be StuartBee and Knuckles and RobertoMonti and SeanBryce, and then the last tune will be RobertoMonti and SeanBryce and Daco and W. So that way everyone gets a tune with everyone in their group before we move on to the knockouts. As before, the group with the least points in each group will get knocked out, so 2 out of 3 teams go through to the next stage. A lot of yous messaged me to say that 16 beats per person was too little, which is fine, that's no problem, so we'll opt that to 32 beats per person, so 64 per team. We'll have 2 weeks to do the bits, so that should give everyone plenty of time. If you're struggling with time, if it's too much for you or whatever, message me and we'll try to work something out. One of the boys was also saying about can we have substitutes if someone isn't able to do a bit or whatever. Again, preferably not, because how do you monitor that? You could just get anyone to do a bit. So no, ideally we don't have any substitutes, but again, if someone isn't able to do a bit for a particular reason, or they need a wee bit of extra time, or a certain period of time they can't do it, again, message me and we'll work something out. As I said before, it's only for a bit of fucking crack here. It's nothing to be taken seriously. Don't want any yapping, don't want any crying, boys. It's only for a bit of fucking crack. So yeah, that's the way we'll do it. Also over here, I know you can't see the full links. I've done that purposefully so that you can't see some more originals that might be used later down the stage. So 13 is submitted originals here. The top 4 of them will be used for the first 4 tunes. Again, they'll be randomised, and the top 4 will go in order. So whatever's number 1 will go to team 1, whatever's number 2 will go to team 2. So we'll do all that now. We will get this started. So today is Monday. I will get the originals. If we need to edit it for a certain amount of beats, I'll edit it and send it all to you no later than say 9 o'clock tonight. And then if we can have them in for, I know I said 2 weeks, but we can have them in for Sunday week. So that'll bring us to what date? Sunday the 18th. So today's the 5th, so we get 13 days basically from tonight to do it. So yeah, look, let's try this again, lads. Sorry for the fuck up first time, but okay, right, so we're going with 12 teams. Yeah, number of groups 4, max people per group is 3. Okay, so randomise, let's go. Okay, there we go, boys. Have that. So team 1 is Howie and Chinky versus DamoRamsay and McTee and Hymie and Andy Boy. Team 2, StuartBee and Knuckles, McTee and DHaich, Camo and Anderson. Team 3, RobertoMonti and SeanBryce, myself and Mac, Hymie and Reynolds. Team 4 is DazzaGee, DannyBrown, Fagan and Aubrey, Daco and W. So the way it's going to work, boys, is first match will be Howie and Chinky and DamoRamsay and McTee, StuartBee and Knuckles, McTee and DHaich, RobertoMonti and SeanBryce. It would be me and Mac, but I'm just thinking Mac is in Thailand, I think, for the next 2 weeks, so we might have to tinker this one just so that he's not having to fucking take his laptop. And Mac just got engaged as well, boys. Congratulations, Mac. No bother to you, son. So we'll not ruin his fucking honeymoon period. So the first match in Team 3 will be RobertoMonti and SeanBryce versus Hymie and Reynolds. Fuck, what a tune that'll be. And then Team 4 will be DazzaGee and DannyBrown and Fagan and Aubrey. Now, the originals, I'll shuffle them now as well. Boys, there's some mega mixing originals in here. There's 1 or 2 Italo. I can promise you, I have not picked these. These have all been, you know, sent in by yourselves. And if you need proof, if there's anything that you think seems a bit funny, ask and I will happily tell you who donated what. So, right, let's randomise these. Right, so, original number 1. Copy. So this is Howie and Chinky versus DamoRamsay and McTee. What's this? Right, so this was sent in by Hymie. Where's the mixing bit? Right, boys, that's what we'll be working with. So that is for, as we said, Howie and Chinky versus DamoRamsay and T. That's the first original. The second original, so this is going to be StuartBee and Knuckles and McTee and DHaich, is, let me see what this one is. Infinite Stronger. This was sent in by StuartBee, I think. Tune that is, boys. Number 3. Let me see. Who's this for now? This is RobertoMonti and SeanBryce, and then Hymie and Reynolds. So we're going for this one. Oh, tune! I'm sure you fucking remember that before you get back in the day, boys. And then lastly, DazzaGee and DannyBrown, Fagan and Aubrey will be mixing. I think this one was sent in by Howie. Not my cup of tea, lads, but you can do your worst with this. So yeah. That's the original sorted, the first tunes sorted. I'll do a wee post after this with the actual update in case you aren't getting a chance to watch this video or whatever. Again, boys, any issues, shoot me a message. If there's any issues with time frame, shoot me a message. If you fucking hate your original and all 4 people agree on that, shoot me a message and maybe we can work something out there, because you know, at the end of the day, there's no point in all 4 people mixing an original that all you fucking hate. That's not fun for anyone. It's not fun for the listener. It's not fun for the person having to do it. So yeah, but hopefully that's not the case. Yeah, alright boys, peace.